go. Niggas say no cap, but they be pretending. FaceTime in my jeweler, asking what I'm spending.
Today we're going to be talking about the first 5 tricks you guys should learn when learning to ride BMX, and in this case we're going to be doing fly out. In a couple days I'm leaving to go to Hawaii for 2 weeks, and I'm not bringing my bike. I'm just going to take a vacation, and we're going to talk about some BMX topics while I'm there, but for the most part I'm going to kind of hang out with my family and just kind of relax for a couple weeks. So I'm going to be coming out with a lot of how-tos because I can get them out in quantity, I can get them out quickly, so that way I still have uploads while I'm gone and it mixed in with all the other stuff I'm going to be filming while I'm there. So let me know in the comments below what topics I should discuss while I'm in Hawaii, so that way we're still, you know, uploading, still making BMX content, but I still get to go to Hawaii. So anyway, today we're going to be talking about the first 5 tricks you guys should learn fly out, and the first one that I think you guys should learn is a seat grab. And the reason I think you guys should learn a seat grab is because you learn to take your hands off. That's such an essential skill. So it starts with a seat grab, then it goes to a T-bog. And then once you're used to taking your hand off and turning your bars, that can translate into a bar spin. So I think you should learn a seat grab first, because then it just branches off into a T-bog and then it goes off to a bar spin. So it's all about just learning the control of it, and it's a great foundational trick to start. Now, when you go to seat grab, all you're gonna do is you're gonna fly out, and you're gonna wait till you're at your peak, and then once you're at your peak, you're just gonna nice and easy kind of suck up your legs, so maybe you don't have to reach so far, but wait till you're leveled out. You don't wanna be leaning forward or leaning too far back, otherwise you're gonna go OTB. If you're leaning too far back, you're gonna be, you know, your hands are gonna be off and you're gonna blow off the back end. So go up, nice and easy, just wait till you're leveled out, just nice, easy, reach down to the seat, just grab it, start by tapping it. You just give it a little tap, go back. And to work on it, you might honestly just start by doing this. Just kind of start, you'll go up and you'll just kind of work your way down. Just kind of start here, and then go down more, and until you can touch it. And then once you're more comfortable with the fly out, going higher and taking your hands off, then eventually you can grab it. And then once you're used to grabbing it, all you got to do is that. So then you go into a T-bog, and then the proper form for a T-bog is to push your arms out, suck your legs up, and then dip it like that. So it all kind of translates into that. And if you're used to this, you might as well just go like that. So that's the first trick I think you should learn. The second trick I think you should learn is a tire grab. Okay, so once you've learned the seat grab, it's a closer motion. Now this one's a little bit harder. You've got to learn to suck up and pinch on your frame so that way you can grab your tire. And here's what I mean by that. A lot of people, when they're trying tuck no-handers, they just kind of go all squirrely, they fuck off. That didn't make any sense. They fuck up because the bike's going everywhere. But what you really want to do is you want to pinch your frame with your knees like that. So when you're going over like this for a tuck no-hander, like that. And the best way to learn that is to do pinch your seat and then grab your tire. So that way you're used to pinching, leaning over, and tucking and taking your hand off. I hope the angle can see that. So by learning how to pinch your frame with your knees, and then learning that tuck motion and taking your hand off, that'll tremendously help you learn tuck no-handers. And these tricks, in case you haven't noticed, I'm trying to get you to take your hands off so that way you can start doing bar spins, because that's my favorite trick. So start with the seat grab, translate it into a T-bog to bar spin, and then you start with the tire grab, then that translates into a tuck no-hander and anything else you want to do. Third trick that I think you should learn is a can-can. And I would say a 1-footer, but a 1-footer is super easy. So a can-can is essentially whenever you take your back foot off, you're riding, you take your back foot off, and you put it over your frame, just like that. So the reason you should learn that is because you're gonna get used to taking your feet off, which is very important. So I mean, you could start with a 1-footer, but you'll get that first try. So then go over to a can-can. It's gonna teach you to kind of level out your bike, kind of maneuver it so you're comfortable with it, you can get your foot up and over. It's a really good way to kind of get the motion of taking your legs off and throwing them in weird ways, because after you learn the can-can, you can start learning no-footers, you can do no-foot can-cans. And then once you're comfortable with your feet off, you can actually learn tail whips very easily, because the #1 problem people have with tail whips is not getting it around, it's just the fact that they're not used to having their feet off, so they're scared to catch it. So if you're used to taking your feet off and landing back on your pedals, that'll help you in the long run tremendously with learning tail whips. And you know, tail whips is another great fucking trick that I love. All right, so the 4th trick that I think you should learn fly out, an X-up. Now, the first trick of the seat grab is gonna also help with bar spins, but this one is really gonna help with bar spins. So you're learning X-ups. This is gonna teach you the pinching motion. The seat grab is gonna teach you to take your hands off and be comfortable with it. The X-up is gonna teach you how to clear your bars and get used to that whole pinching your seat, pinching your cranks motion. So this is an X-up. You're gonna fly out of the ramp, you're gonna go up, you're gonna level out, and instead of throwing a bar spin, all you're gonna do is twist your arms like that. So that's an X-up. And the key to this, The reason why I think you should learn this is because, like I said, it's going to translate into bar spins very easily, because you're going to have to learn how to keep your legs straight and pinch your seat so your bike's not all over the place. But okay, so the X-Up is going to teach you how to pinch your seat, straighten your legs, and that's the exact form you're going to use when doing a bar spin. See, now I'm overexposed, son of a bitch. So whenever you're learning the X-Up, if you know what I mean, your bars are going to do the same sweeping motion as the bar spin. So it's going to teach you to keep your legs straight and pinch so your bike's not all over the place when you do it, and you're going to learn that clearance. And then once you have that form down and you're used to taking your hands off, you're just going to be able to toss it like nothing. So take note how these beginner tricks are actually translating into more advanced tricks, and it's a reason that I'm teaching you these in this order. So learn the X-Up, learn how to pinch and get that clearance, and then you're going to be set for bar spins. As long as you're good at taking your hands off, you're going to be perfect. And the X-Up is really fun because what I love to do is I love to X-Up the bar spin. I like X-Up turn downs, bar spin X-Ups. They're super easy to just add at the end of a trick or in a line. And you can do 360 X-Ups. They're just really fun. They're super easy. And as long as you get that used to clearing it, you can throw it wherever you want. And they're super fast. It's just a clean looking trick, and I think you'll really like them. So the last and final trick, the fifth trick that I think you guys should learn fly out, is a 360. So a lot of beginners have a hard time spinning out of ramps. And I ride with a lot of beginners, I ride with a lot of intermediate people, and I ride with a lot of professionals. I ride with a lot of people kind of my skill level, that's just kind of the amateur, under pro. So I see this all the time when people are starting BMX. They have a very hard time doing tricks fly out that are spinning, because what they don't understand is to actually get a spin trick in the air, you have to go out of the ramp first, just like you're flying out, and then do the trick. A lot of people, they'll try to hop halfway up, they'll try to bunny hop out of it. You're gonna let the ramp do the work. That's the point of learning tricks fly out instead of hop. People think you're doing the exact same thing hop, just out of a ramp. No, you gotta fly out, let both tires, front tire hit the coping, back tire hit the coping, and then you're free to do whatever you want. A lot of people, they'll try to like bunny hop out, they'll try to do weird stuff, they'll hop halfway up the ramp, and they just don't get fly out at all. So you gotta let the ramp do the work. That's what it's there for. Fly out of it and then do it. It takes the entire hop out. All you gotta do is go up the ramp. You don't have to hop at all. Just kind of pump and pull up, and then you're good to go. So I think you should learn a 360 or maybe even a 180. We could honestly call it learning a fly out 180. It's the same basic principle, but that's honestly pretty easy. So go ahead and learn a 360. So that way, once you've learned the 360 and you learn how to do things fly out, you can start combining these tricks. So you can do 360 X-Ups, you can do 360 T-Bogs, and after doing this for a while and getting all these tricks dialed, you'll start doing truck drivers, you'll start doing 180 tail-ups, you'll start doing all this stuff because you're comfortable with the basics on flying out of a ramp. Also, a quick intermission. Make sure you guys go in the description, support the channel, support the brand, go snag some merch. Thank you guys for all the sales lately. I really appreciate it. It's really supporting the channel, and we're really growing as a community. The Boss Squad is getting bigger every single day. Even the crew, even the other vloggers on the Boss Squad, we're going places, all right? We're going places. So that's awesome to see you guys participating, and I really appreciate it. So I'm gonna start doing a thing where if you start buying merch, whether it's just the stickers, whether it's a fucking Champion Boss collab hoodie, I don't care what you buy, as long as you buy stuff, I'm gonna start giving away like little Boss care packages monthly. So if you buy a shirt or something, you could end up with a hoodie, shorts, and you know, I'm gonna start giving away little gifts to the people who are buying merch and supporting the channel. So kind of a way to give back to you guys. All right, anyway, this has been 5 beginner tricks that you should learn fly out, and I hope this all makes sense. I hope you learn them, and I hope you learn them in order. If you need any extra help, make sure you follow me on Instagram at Greyson Roberts. Send me a DM, and I'm gonna try my best to reply to as many of you as possible and help you guys out. Anyway, make sure you hit that subscribe button, like the video in case you want more, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
I need 10 so I can look at the snakes and poses. I need 10 cause bottom head is non-disclosure. I need 10 so I can live with a peace of mind without niggas taking a piece of mine.